A CHP officer shot in the leg is recovering right now. We'll have more details on that investigation.
Come Sunday, those in San Diego and in Chula Vista will automatically be rolled into San Diego Community Power. What happens if you want to opt out? And what does this mean?
Plus, disturbing videos appear to show bullying at a local high school. Tonight, a frustrated mom says nothing's happening to stop it.
Hundreds of pounds of edible food saved by high school students in the South Bay.
They're magically delicious, yet making people sick? The Verified team investigates claims about Lucky Charms. CBS 8 News live at 6 starts now.
We are learning more tonight about the shooting of a CHP officer on Interstate 8. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Jesse Pagan in for Marcella Lee. It all happened last night just before 6:30 as the officer was investigating a car crash. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes has been following the story for us all day.
She joins us now live with new information from the CHP. Kirsten?
I'm here at the CHP office in Kearny Mesa, where a little more than an hour ago we just wrapped up a briefing with more information into that investigation, and we got an update on how Officer Tony Pacheco is doing. He is in stable condition right now after being shot in the leg at Scripps Mercy in Hillcrest. I want you to take a look at your screen right now. We have a picture of Officer Tony Pacheco because a GoFundMe account has been set up for his family. You can see him here with his wife, who is now pregnant, and 2 small kids. Pacheco will need time off for rehabilitation and potential surgeries. The suspect in this case, 25-year-old Yuhao Du, who lives in San Diego, was arrested at the scene and is behind bars right now. CHP says Du attacked the officer after a single car crash, tried to take his gun, and a struggle ensued. The gun went off during that struggle and Officer Pacheco was shot in the right leg. That is when several Good Samaritans who were driving by stopped to help out. One was a nurse who was able to make a tourniquet out of his backpack. Others restrained Du until help could get there. CHP says they received several 911 calls about the incident. One call even saying that there's a guy in a tan uniform fighting a man in the median of the highway. Listen to exactly when CHP says the struggle started and their reaction to so many Good Samaritans pitching in to help with phone calls and even getting out of their cars to help.
Within those moments of Tony making contact with Mr. Du during the initial investigation, that's when the unprovoked attack occurred. They're just everyday, average day citizens. In our eyes, they're heroes. That's how I consider it. And you don't have to have any specific training, but they put their lives on the line, because if this could have went a different direction, maybe we'll have multiple fatalities. In this case, none.
Yuhao Du is facing several charges right now, including attempted murder of a peace officer. He's expected to be arraigned in court tomorrow afternoon. Reporting live in Kearny Mesa for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Now, Kirsten, any insight at all into why this man went on the offensive and attacked the officer?
Yeah, CHP has more questions than answer to that point, Jesse, but they do tell us that in their conversation with Pacheco, Du says that he either wanted to kill himself or Pacheco while they were fighting, so they're still trying to work out those details, but they say that he will be given a mental health evaluation, and they are unsure of his sobriety at the time of the crash and during the altercation. So a lot of questions that we need to get answers to. Jesse?
All right, Kirsten Holmes following the story for us live tonight. Kirsten, thank you.
CBS 8 is working to get answers after the parent of a 10th grade student sent us video that appears to show bullying at Del Norte High School in 4S Ranch. David Goffredson talked to the student and his mother, who feel the boy is being targeted because he is of Afghan descent.
Cell phone video shows the 15-year-old boy being pushed and harassed on the campus of Del Norte High School. We are not identifying the students because they are minors. The 10th grade student and his mother agreed to talk to me, but they did not want to be identified.
I'm Afghan American, and I feel like this is definitely based off racism because I'm being treated differently than everyone else.
They claim the harassment has been happening for the past 8 months at the 4S Ranch High School and continues off campus during lunch breaks. Like this video taken in front of a nearby restaurant where another student can be seen lunging at the boy and trying to get him to fight.
What part of I'm not fighting here do you not understand? Are you some I'm not fighting you here.
He started coming up to me and like saying, yo, we're fighting. I told him, I'm not fighting you, back up. And he kept on cussing at me. He spat on me. He threw a bottle at my head.
He says a small group of students is responsible.
When I'm walking in the hallways, there's like this group of kids who always like call me a terrorist, or they yell insults at me, like they randomly call me Gandhi for some reason.
In this video, the student uses his own cell phone to record an altercation inside a locker room on campus.
No, this is for my safety.
Safety?
You're literally trying to jump me.
You guys pushed me.
I pushed you, really. They were laughing at me. They were cussing at me. They were calling me a queer.
The boy's mother claims she has met with the school's principal and vice principal, but the harassment continues.
Every time we came to talk to them and they said they do something, but they didn't do nothing. But I'm scared one day something big happened, and I don't want to like something physical happen or something really bad happen.
I spoke to Del Norte administration and emailed the Poway Unified School District. A district spokesperson responded, quote, Del Norte High School takes every incident of harassment or bullying reported to us very seriously. Each of these incidents was thoroughly and immediately investigated, and consequences were issued. We cannot publicly share consequences due to the confidentiality of the minors involved. The district also told us that they will communicate directly with the parents whenever they get a report of bullying. Carlo?
David, that statement at the end of your story there said the school district says there were consequences but couldn't talk about it. Have we learned anything about those? Do we know what happened?
The parents tell us that the school officials have been trying to keep the students involved separated, both in the classroom and during lunch periods, but obviously the parents of that boy are still concerned about his safety.
Understandably. David Goffredson reporting live. Thanks, David. And don't forget, here at CBS 8, we're working for you. If there's a story you'd like to have us look into, please email us at yourstories@cbs8.com.
We're learning more tonight about a deadly stabbing in a Motel 6 in National City. This all started just after 6 this morning when detectives say 44-year-old Amalia Samaniego stabbed a man outside the motel. Medical staff from a nearby assisted living facility heard the commotion and ran over to help. According to detectives, another witness at a CVS across the street ran over to make sure the 3 women from the assisted living center weren't in harm's way while they tried to help the victim before police got there. The witness tells us he helped care for Samaniego's dog, which later went with an animal control officer.
The poor dog actually jumped in at one point into the police cruiser because I think he and his mom were very attached. And so I was able to, the police officer asked me to go get the dog, and I put the leash around the dog, and just a sweet little dog.
Emergency crews took the victim, the person, to UC San Diego Medical Center where he later died. We don't know his name. So far, detectives haven't said what the woman's relationship was to the man. She's in jail on suspicion of murder. We are just a few days away from the community power rollout in San Diego and Chula Vista. Starting this Sunday, May 1st, all of SDG&E customers in the city will be automatically enrolled in San Diego Community Power. CBS 8's Heather Hope shows us how it will all work and how much it will cost you.
Customers won't have to do anything to opt in. In fact, they may not even notice anything on their May billing. But if they want to not go with San Diego Community Power and stick with SDG&E, they'll have to request to make that change.
Everyone will be automatically enrolled, so there's no need to do anything to take advantage of these lower rates and cleaner energy. Folks will continue to receive the same bill from SDG&E.
Starting Sunday, May 1st, a big change is coming to how San Diegans receive electricity.
San Diego Community Power, your local electricity provider.
SDCP, or San Diego Community Power, will take over buying power and feeding cleaner electricity into the grid instead of SDG&E doing that. You may have received a flyer in the mail explaining how the utility will work.
What you'll see that's different is a new line item on the bill, which mentions SDCP as the electricity generator.
Our generation service and charges replace SDG&E's generation service and charges.
Customers will see an electricity generation credit on their bill that shows how much SDG&E would have charged. The big question is, will community power cost more?
No, it will be about 1%, 1 to 2% cheaper for the base plan.
Everyone will be enrolled in the base plan, which includes over 50% of clean energy compared to SDG&E's nearly 30%. But SDCP urges everyone to opt into their Power 100 plan for a few dollars more each month to receive 100% renewable energy. The entire city of Encinitas got enrolled in the 100% energy plan this month. Imperial Beach and La Mesa have also started receiving community power early this year. What happens if I have solar?
Will automatically transition to our service at the time of what's called their annual true-up with SDG&E.
A statement from SDG&E reads in part, SDG&E is working collaboratively with San Diego Community Power to transition residential customers in 5 local cities, while SDG&E will no longer be responsible for buying electricity to serve SDCP customers. We will continue to operate and build the infrastructure needed to deliver clean, safe, and reliable electricity to them, as well as provide billing, meter reading, and other customer services. To stay with SDG&E, customers can opt out online or by phone at any time, but cannot opt back in for SDCP for a year.
You don't have to do anything.
Again, the automatic roll-in for San Diego Community Power takes place on Sunday, May 1st. For those in unincorporated San Diego County areas, and for National City, that will happen next year. Heather Hope, CBS 8.
And remember, you can text the word AMPed to 858-571-8888 to see all of our recent amped up coverage or to give your feedback to SDG&E.
Starting today, anyone from any country detained in San Diego and facing deportation could have access to free legal help. It's a first-of-its-kind program similar to a public defender in the criminal court system. All defendants are appointed an attorney if they can't afford one. County Supervisor Tara Lawson-Reamer introduced the program to the board and says it will change lives.
Imagine that you are in an immigration detention center. You do not speak the language. You do not understand the federal legal system. You cannot work, and your family cannot survive without your income. And you do not know what will happen next.
Again, this only applies to people who are in custody facing deportation. If you're looking for these attorneys, we have phone numbers posted on our website at cbs8.com.